Hey, welcome back, Algebra 2 students. Today we're looking at 4.4, solving radical equations. So we're just kind of continuing with what we did last time. So just remember, we undo square roots with squares. Let's change colors here and get started. Alright, so for these ones, we're working on this side with the square root first. So we're focusing on this. We can't get into the square root. There's nothing outside of the square root, so we're just going to go ahead right off the bat and square both sides here. And then this undoes your radical. So on the left side we have negative 4w plus 52 is equal to w minus 5 squared. Now I'm going to write this w minus 5 squared as w minus 5 times itself, because by definition that's what squared means. And I'm going to do that because the next step we're going to have to distribute out our w minus 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. So w times w is w squared. W times negative 5 is negative 5w. Then we move on to our negative 5 times w, which is negative 5w again. And then negative 5 times negative 5, which is 25. Alright, so let's start cleaning up some stuff here. Negative 5w minus 5w is negative 10w. And then let's move over our 4w and our 52. Okay, so the whole purpose of that is so one side is 0. On the right side we have w squared minus 6w, and that's going to be minus 27. Alright, so from here we're going to factor. We're trying to find what multiplies to get negative 27, and that's to get negative 6. So that would be negative 9 and positive 3. And one last step, right? We need to figure out what makes this 0. So we're going to say that either w equals 9, because 9 minus 9 is 0, or negative 3, because negative 3 plus 3 is 0. Okay, on to the next example. Again, we're working on the side with the radical. We're going to square both sides. Make sure you put parentheses around this because we need to square everything on the right hand side. So on the left side, our square and our square root cancel. We have 5x squared minus 7x plus 12 is equal to 4x squared, right? Because we square the 2, which is 4, and then we square the x. That's how we get our x squared. All right, again, we're going to move everything to one side. So we get 5x squared minus 4x squared is 1x squared. The negative 7x drops down, and so does the 12. Now when we factor this, we're looking for what multiplies to get 12 and adds to get negative 7. That's going to be negative 3 and negative 4. And once again, we're going to use the zero product property to find our x's that make this 0. So we're going to have x equals 3 and x equals 4. Okay, so some more factoring practice, which is good for us. We're getting better. Okay, and the last one's actually the easiest one. So this is just a literal equation. I know some people have trouble when we have more than one variable in our equation and manipulating out algebraically, but all the same algebra rules apply. So we're trying to get to D. Right, there's something outside of the radical this time we can take care of, so we're going to do that first. So we're going to divide by 9. So we have a over 9 equals square root d. And then at this point, we're going to undo our square root by squaring. So this is going to be a squared over 81 equals d. Okay, so these little ones are not too bad, especially if we get some practice in them. All right, good job today.